For those of you who don't know, the Arizona Commerce Authority is administering the FAST grant. And basically what the ACA does is we are the state's premier economic development agency statewide. So job creation, job growth, high wage jobs, high value based sectors throughout the state, et cetera. And we are the recipient of the FAST grant. So what we're able to do with the funding we've received from the SBA is to assist small businesses in procuring SBIR funding. And what the award's mainly going to be used is to promote SBIR programming, as well as provide financial assistance and technical assistance to companies who have either who are thinking of applying for a SBIR grant or have already received an SBIR grant. So as far as the financial assistance goes, it is funding at all phases. So whether you are, like I said, applying, or you're in phase 1, or you're getting ready to commercialize into phase 2, this grant and the funds that we are able to disperse helps that at all stages of that. The big thing is companies are able to apply for a $3,000 grant through the ACA's website. And the awards are given based off a financial need, your concept of the proposal, as well as how you plan to utilize the funds. And the funds themselves can be used for all sorts of aspects of the SBIR process. A big one is access to Core Facilities Network, the Core Facilities Network. For those of you who don't know, the Core Facility Network is a network of core facilities across the state between the three major universities, ASU, U of A, and NAU. And what the facilities are, it's basically anything from manufacturing facilities to clean rooms, any sort of capital intensive facility that would cost a lot of money to have on your own, you can access the core facilities at nonprofit rates. So if you are an SBIR grant recipient, even though you are a for-profit company looking to commercialize, you're able to access the core facilities with the SBIR grant at nonprofit rates. So some of that can be used to go through funding that. Grant writer procurement services is another thing you could potentially use the grant for, as well as incubator services, such as these services our lovely hosts at the UACI offer. These are all aspects that you could potentially use the funding for. As far as the way the funds are planning to be dispersed, the application is currently open until December 31st, and we're going to award six of those grants in January, as well as another 6 in May, and the final 6 in September. So overall, 18 grants are going to be given out. If you apply for the January grant and you don't receive it, you are more than welcome to apply again as we do it on the rolling basis and hone and refine your proposal and apply again. I believe the slides are going to be sent out after this presentation. So in the PowerPoint, there is a link to that application. So that kind of covers the financial aspect of the FAST grant. We also are providing technical assistance in various ways. One of those is in the form of workshops. So the ACA is going to be hosting a series of workshops in partnership with the Arizona Tech Council. And the workshops are going to cover a variety of topics related to the SBIR application process, as well as post-approval. Actually, the next workshop is actually scheduled for this Tuesday, November 2nd from 9 to 10. And what the workshop's going to do is you're going to be able to hear from companies who have previously been awarded SBIR funding and kind of the steps they went through and kind of how the process works. And there's also going to be a featured speaker from NASA, who's a program manager. And what he's going to be able to do is speak to what the government agencies are looking for when awarding SBIR grants and reviewing the proposal. I've talked to people and they said that they had applied to SBIR several times and they were never awarded a grant. And after speaking to a program manager and taking their suggestions and following their guidance and honing the proposal to what they're looking for, they were able to receive funding. And so they credit the NASA speaking to those program managers because they really know what the agencies are looking for, and so they credit that with their success. The ACA is also going to be hosting our own workshop series through as part of the FAST grant, and so as we plan those out, there'll be more information on that to come. But so look for the Arizona Tech Council webinars, as well as some from the ACA. There's a link to register in that slide as well. If you're a member of the Tech Council, it's free to attend. Otherwise, there's a $20 registration fee. But there's going to be some great content covered in this workshop, as well as several others. Just as a quick little preview for December, I believe the subject involved is on cybersecurity. And so we'll hear from a cybersecurity company who's received SBIR funding, as well as part of the SBIR process. Cybersecurity is actually a huge step because a lot of the contracts are through the Department of Defense. So there are some security requirements in place to protect some information. So some of that information will be covered in the December workshops. So looking forward to both of those and the ones throughout the new year. Another aspect of technical assistance, and this is the one that I'm actually really excited to talk about, is the Innovation Network. So in alignment with our FAST grant proposal, we are able to provide the Innovation Network, which is a digital SBIR resource platform. And it offers several resources. The primary one is the SBIR training modules. And what the modules are basically courses that cover various topics of the SBIR process. And you're going to be able to access the courses and learn some material that's going to help you through that process. And at the end of each module, there's a quiz that you can take to kind of test your knowledge of what you've learned. So there's several module units that are going to be super helpful for that. There's also SBIR mentorship, where you're going to be able to partner with a mentor, and they're going to be able to kind of guide you through the process and answer any questions you have. I know Anita is one of those mentors, so we're very lucky to have her assisting with the Innovation Network. And then finally, just general office hours. So even though you may be working with a mentor, if you have any just general questions, you're able to log in on Fridays and answer your general questions to a person there, and they kind of get back to you instantly. So that's super exciting. And there's a link there to register in the slides. I think that link may be changing. I think the application process, we might be switching up and doing it through a different platform. So if that changes, then I'll change the link as well. Next slide. Cool. And the last aspect of technical assistance through the FAST grant is SBIR conferences. And so Tech Connect is the one who puts them on, and they offer a fall and a spring conference each year. And companies are able to attend these conferences, and they get to hear directly from government agencies and network directly with the SBIR program managers. As I mentioned previously, being able to talk to those program managers and the agencies themselves on what they're looking for, and just kind of run your idea by them, and they'll say, oh, maybe go this way with that, or maybe go this way with that. And just that insight is super helpful in crafting your proposal and making it a winning proposal. And these conferences are definitely where a lot of those conversations happen. As part of the FAST grant, what the ACA is able to do is pay for 6 to 8 companies their registration fees for the spring conference. I believe this year it's in DC, so those companies would have to pay for travel and lodging on their own. But what we're able to do is cover the fee for the registration itself. And I think that's like $750 or so. So that, it's still a good chunk of change that you're going to be able to save on that. Like I said, 6 to 8 companies. It's going to be in person. It's a great way to network, ask your questions. If you're able to attend, because it's a great resource. Applications for covering that registration fee are going to open soon, as well as the Tech Connect's link itself to the registration for the conference in general. That's going to open soon because that's not opened up yet either. I believe it's in March of 2022. So that's going to be super exciting. Other than that, there's some contact information there for both me as well as Jill Howard-Allen. She is the ACA's premier contact on all things SBIR. She is kind of our SBIR guru. So she's definitely, if I'm not able to answer a question, Jill would probably definitely be able to answer it. So that's all I have prepared. So I'm happy to answer any questions. Let me